you should forgive. You should forgive no matter what. And I know that sometimes we come across people or we get into experiences in life that make it hard to forgive, and we hold on to that for a long period of time, and we can never get over it, right? It's like a sense of revenge where we don't want to forgive them. And I'm telling you that forgiving, even when the person meant harm, forgiving is like one of the best things you can do. And it's not really for them, it's you're doing it more for yourself, just to let go of the past. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, sure, I guess in a sense you are helping them, but it's more about forgiving for yourself. That way you can let go of the bad past and then start moving on with your life. Don't get so caught up in when people treat you poorly, because it will just take a toll on you. And it's kind of like when you hold on to any kind of past experience, right? It just holds you back from growing. So just learn to forgive people, even if they meant harm. And don't seek revenge, because you're never gonna fill up that hurt, because the hurt's already been done. It's already a finished thing. You just have to keep forgiving, honestly. Learn from your mistakes. Put yourself around people that won't do that to you, and just keep forgiving, not for them but for yourself mainly. Don't act out in revenge. It will get you nowhere. That's the main thing. I mean, just make sure that you're always just forgiving, no matter who it is. Now, just because you forgive doesn't mean that you're gonna forget, and it doesn't mean that you should let them like do it again and again and again. That's not what I'm saying. Have some self-respect and be able to walk away from certain people, even if you forgive. Forgive isn't really about forgetting. It's always going to be there. You're always going to remember, when they did this one thing, or that one person, or whatever. Damn. But you forgive to let go of that stress. And on top of that, as you go throughout life, you'll be able to grow, because you're not holding yourself back because of a bad experience with somebody. But like I said, just because you forgive them doesn't mean you should keep them in your life. And just because you forgive doesn't mean you should let it keep happening. There's got to be boundaries set. There's got to be some type of self-respect inside of you to be able to say, no, I'm not going to settle for this bullshit. I'll find someone better in my life, whether whoever it is that you're having trouble for forgiving. So just take it as a lesson. Just it's an experience to show you to put yourself around people that are better. Not necessarily to settle for what's worse, but put yourself around people that are better. And that will make you better. But keep forgiving. I know forgiving is one of the most difficult things that you could probably do, because you'll sit there and you'll think about, well, why should I forgive when they've done X, Y, and Z to me? Why should I forgive that? And like I said, you're not really forgiving for them. You're forgiving for yourself. That way you don't have to go through that constant, memory or pain of what they did to you. So you forgive, and then it's kind of up to you whether or not you want to forget. Is the thing that happened something that you can give them a second chance on, or is the thing that happened something that you'll never be able to forget it? If that's the case, I say forgive and just remove that person from your life. Stop being around them. Find better people to be around. You don't have to settle for the worst of the bunch. There's billions of people out there. I'm sure you can find someone good. Don't settle for the shorter end of the stick. Just keep forgetting, or not forgetting, keep forgiving, and I think you'll also just become a better person when doing so, right? Like I said, forgiving is one of the best things you can do for yourself. It gives you the chance to, you know, grow. It gives you the chance to stop dwelling on it so much and start living your life and putting yourself around people that truly deserve your time. I'm gonna keep saying it, do not settle for the worst of the worst. You can try all you want to change people. And sure, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but you have to understand that. If there's something that they're doing that's just crossing the line, they're just doing it over and over again, they won't change, there's no point in keeping that person in your life. You're just going to do yourself harm. You're going to do yourself more harm than anything. So just forgive them and understand when the boundaries are crossed that it's time to walk away. And I don't want to say give up on them, but more is just you're doing it for yourself. You're putting yourself around better people. That way you can finally grow. And you're forgiving for yourself. You know, that's what it's for. It gives yourself peace. That's basically what forgiveness does. Is it gives yourself a state of peace when you finally get over that bad thing that they did. So you just got to forgive them, and then it's up to you whether or not you want to give them another chance or call it quits. But no matter what the thing was, just make sure you forgive. That way you can give yourself peace and just move on with your life. Go towards better things. Meet better people. Pursue better people. And also, don't forget to forgive yourself as well, because sometimes we also mess up and we dwell on it a lot, and we're like, man, I really wish I wouldn't have said that, or man, I really wish I wouldn't have done that. What would have happened differently if I would have done this or that? And you just gotta forgive yourself for making mistakes. Just learn from it. Don't be the guy that messes up once and then twice and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times and just keeps doing it, and he doesn't have a care in the world for how he's treating people. If you messed up, admit you messed up, right? Try to change for the better, and just make sure you forgive yourself. Though you can't change what you've already done. So make sure you forgive yourself and use it as a way to move on with your life. But that's really it, though. It's kind of a short one. Just forgive, and if you can, forget. If you can't, it's okay. But keep the right people in your life, and as always, life isn't too short to make a change.